Hey, Jesse.
Hello, Lindsay.
What are you having to drink today?
Well, like a little Jack and some energy drink type thing going on. It's kind of cool. Like a cherry kind of cola with a Jack of the Danielson. Has, like wax on, wax off. Danielson.
Danielson.
Yeah, Jack Danielson. Anyhow, what are you drinking, Lindsay?
I have my little White Claw peach mango combination with a peach vibe Celsius.
Oh. Sounds festive. I think you should do a VOD-sod in the middle of this. You should do a fucking VOD-sod.
I'm saving VOD-sods for tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's VOD-sod.
Tomorrow's, hang out on the back porch day. We're celebrating the nephew's 21st birthday.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good day.
Doing the whole hootamarootamaro.
Hootamarootamaro.
I just want to get this fucking party started. Right now, Lindsay. You know why? You want to know why?
Why?
Because it's a no bullshit ass fucking podcast right here, Lindsay.
Yeah, it is.
This right here is one of those podcasts that you can take fucking seriously, Lindsay.
Okay.
This is one of those podcasts you can take to the fucking bank. Dude, everything that comes out of this podcast is fucking gold, dude. I'm telling you, it's like 100% genuine fucking bullshit. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
So when you take it to the bank, are we cashing a check? What are we doing? We depositing?
Ain't nothing in our
we withdrawing?
Whatever, dude. What made you feel old? No, shut up.
Son of a bitch.
Shut your own up. What made you feel old this week?
I had to thread a needle today to sew our son's shirt. So
this needle small, I know.
Oh God, it was so bad.
My eyes are just so goddamn old, and I can't see the fucking hole, and I'm sewing to the mattress. Right? Is that what happened?
Why did you sing my whole story there? So, side story: Silas is obsessed with Tom Morello right now, and he had us order him some. What is it? Boy Scout style button-ups.
Yeah, I got him something that looked Tom Morello-esque.
Yeah. So we got him 2 of those. For some reason, we got him a bunch of them for Christmas, different ones. Like we got him like garage style mechanic shirts, then the Boy Scout style shirts. So 2 of them, one of them he ripped. I don't even know how that happened. So I whip stitched that together. And while I was whip stitching it, I did literally sew it into the comforter. But threading the needle, I mean, listen, all the old people things that you can think of, I did. Like I stood back and did the whole squint. Like
the long arm?
Yeah, I did the long arm.
That's cute. Did you lick it?
Yes, I did. Of course, you have to lick the thread.
You got to lick it before you stick it.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
ew.
What?
You're so dirty.
I'm talking about sewing, Lindsay. Okay. Because, I know about sewing.
Yeah, and then I had to sew buttons. Yeah.
I know about some buttons.
Yeah. So I had to whip stitch or rip, and I had to sew some buttons. And wow. I've been putting that off for a while. You know why? Because I knew I was going to struggle threading that needle.
You got to get the thredder thing, dude. You pull it through.
You know what? After I did it, I looked down and looked in the sewing kit, and I see
it's right there the whole time. Oh, I'm kicking my own ass.
I did it, and I got the project done. We just have to order 1 extra button for the tan.
Oh my God, Lindsay! Sure. Why do you make me want to have a video camera while you're goof booting around trying to do
you could make a
shit?
God, my Saturdays alone it would be great content. Not my Saturdays, my Fridays.
Oh, your Fridays. Yeah,
my Fridays.
Be pure ass entertainment.
While I'm walking around the house, scrubbing it clean, ADHD style, with hair dye in my hair, in clips, with a shower cap on top. It's a sight to be seen.
Well, the thing is, the whole time you're doing all that shit, you're like 99 miles an hour, and the circus music is playing in the background. And she's vacuuming, like pushing that shit like she's on cocaine and shit. This is fucking wide the fuck methed open. I mean, like she finds herself out in the middle of the cul-de-sac, just with the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, we don't have neighbors cool enough to be to vacuum my grass. To listen to their drama. Have you seen those videos?
Glad we don't have those
I know,
neighbors.
me too.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have drama-free neighbors.
A drunk white bitch laying out in my yard with a fucking shorty shorts on, all gapped open, fucking waving at me. I need to use your phone.
Unfortunately, we've been the drama neighbors, but we've chilled out over the years.
We haven't been that drama, Lindsay.
No, not us personally. So we've had parties at this house.
Oh yeah, reflective
that have
type
had
such
drama involved.
Yeah,
I mean, we would shut it down and kick it out quick.
Yeah,
because if you're going to party at our house, you got to be cool. You got to be chill. Take that drama to your mama.
Yeah, it's the back porch. Everything's on to 5, but we're
unfortunately
we're
all the
9,
drama would happen in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
We're like, you gotta fucking go.
Yeah,
you can't be doing that here, man.
They're like looking at each other, having some beef at the fire that we don't know about. Meet me in the sack, and they're fucking out there beating the shit out of each other.
And we have no idea because we're vibing on the back porch.
The cops are out there. What the hell?
Some kid got ran over in the median. What?
Somebody threw a beer can at a car. What the fuck? Wow.
So I read ahead of the class, and I am excited for you to say what made you feel old.
You did? I mean, I already knew your thing, too. So, I mean, it's Saturday morning cartoons, man.
The fucking best.
That makes me feel old because I probably haven't had a Saturday morning cartoon sitting in front of the TV. You get up, you get your damn cereal in your Ninja Turtle bowl, right? Remember the Ninja Turtle bowl?
My parents weren't that cool.
Oh, fuck, Lindsay. We need to have
I
a
had
Ninja
grape nuts in a glass bowl.
You know what? The last time I was at a thrift store, I think I seen a Ninja Turtle bowl. I'm getting you a Ninja Turtle bowl for Christmas.
I would rather have a Rainbow Bright. That was who I was into.
How are you trying to make it hard? Dude?
Rainbow Bright. I did love. Now, don't get me wrong. I loved fucking Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in a half shell. Turtle power.
Yeah.
I can sing the whole song, but we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But
because they are the world's most
fearsome fighting team. Okay, stop.
Okay.
So I would have, I wanted to have either a My Little Pony or a Rainbow Bright or even a Strawberry Shortcake cereal bowl.
So ours came with the cereal. It was cereal and it had the turtle bowl.
I didn't get kids cereal, Jesse.
Like shrink wrap to the, Lindsay.
I never had kids cereal as a child my whole life.
Well, don't go breaking my heart.
I had Grape Nuts and Mucinex. And Honey Bunches of Oats was the sweetest cereal allowed in my house.
What the fuck? You got Ensure. Here you go. Here's just some milk. This is Ensure.
Not Mucinex. What? Metamucil.
Metamucil.
Sorry, I said it wrong. Yeah. Metamucil.
Here's some
Whatever
Beneful.
that fucking high fiber cereal was, my parents wanted to make sure I was fucking regular, I guess.
Yeah.
But you got to understand, like, I was the very young child of people in their mid 30s in the 90s where everybody was diet and health conscious. We were just talking about this where, there was no real butter. It was, I can't believe
margarine,
it's not butter
yes.
or country crock.
Yeah.
Fuck both of them motherfuckers. Give me some real salted sweet cream butter
Right
at this
there,
table.
something really
In the butter dish.
organic, something real. Yeah. And I mean, I really do feel like I need a Ninja Turtle bowl and maybe some He-Man, dude. I think we need to do this, man.
Now, He-Man wasn't a Saturday morning thing for me. That was before school.
He-Man was
and
like
She-Ra.
10:30, something like that. I don't know.
No, He-Man and She-Ra. Okay, on my TV.
Were they
the
after,
stations that I-
after lunch?
No, I just said it was before school.
Before school.
He-Man and She-Ra, they were back to back before school. Now, this was when I still lived in Lakeland. When I came up here, there wasn't shit. It was get ready for school and because I had to walk and cross the busy highway to school.
I'm thinking around 9-ish on Saturday. I think I caught He-Man somehow.
My lineup that I remember, like from an early age, it was Pee-wee, Garfield, Shit, that's all I can remember.
Garfield and Friends.
Yeah, Garfield and Friends. And then...
You didn't catch any of the Animaniacs. That was later on, right?
That was Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
that wasn't on ABC, which is the only channel I got.
Lindsay, you're making me cry. All my cries right now, dude. But
we're going to have to move on from this. And remember, I mean, it's crazy that you brought up Saturday morning cartoons because we're going to mention a person that was part of that lineup.
Are you kidding me? I didn't know this.
Yeah,
what?
I know you didn't.
Why does all this fucking thing tie together? Why are we on algorithms of algorithms that don't even... So virtual raise your hand.
Algorithm.
Virtually raise your hand and send us a comment. When's the last time you had a Saturday morning cartoon?
Now, when I got a little bit older and ABC really fucking had the good shit like Recess and Pepper Ann, comment immediately if you knew Pepper Ann. Like I loved Pepper Ann so much because it came out because it's about a little girl in the 7th grade. And it came out, I think, when I was in the 6th grade. So I related. I loved that show.
I don't remember it. I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Okay. But
it was an older kid's cartoon, but it was a preteen type cartoon.
So like a Pippi Longstocking knockoff thing or?
No, Pippi was great. Pippi was on PBS. But no, Pepper Ann, it came on right after Recess. So I can't believe you don't remember because you liked Recess.
Yeah, I do. Anyhow, Lizzie, you got stories. We can go on for days on this one.
I do. So, you ready to get started?
I'm not ready, but I mean, you're gonna put it on me anyhow, because that's what you do.
All right. So today we are drinking about Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman was a national treasure who, in my opinion, could unite boomers, Gen X, and elder millennials in saying that this guy was something special when it came to comedy. And most would know him from Saturday Night Live, but he did so much more. And we're going to dive into that. So Philip Edward Hartman was born September 24th, 1948 to Doris and Rupert Hartman in Brantford, like Brantford, not Brantford, right down the road from us, but Brantford, Ontario. Hey, Canada.
Hell yeah, Canada.
Yes. Canadian comedians are really something special. I love all of you so much.
And we love British comedy too, but
British comedy is great too.
Yeah.
But
sometimes it's at a different level. We haven't been yet.
Like, I mean, honestly, like Jim Carrey, fucking Schitt's Creek. Oh my God. Why can't I think of the other? Letterkenny.
I was fixing to say, I was going to punch you in the face.
I know. That's my shit right there. Hello, Canada. I love you so much. I don't know why I'm talking British, but
you're British Canadian.
So Phil was the 4th of 8 kids. So he was kind of the middle child. And we know how those middle kids are always in a fight for attention. The Hartmans moved to the U.S. when Phil was 10, and they first lived in Maine, then moved to Connecticut, and then ended up in California. No, listen, though, for real, because we're going to talk about SNL quite a bit. And I just want to say that the Californian skit from SNL with Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig and Fred Armisen. Oh, my God.
What are you doing here?
Yes.
You took the 101 to the 412. Yeah, I love it.
Stop. What are you doing here? Okay. Anyway, so Phil, he would fit in first he attended Westchester High School, where, as you can guess, he was the class clown. He fit in with any crowd, the jocks, the hippies, everyone. And he was actually friends with, you're going to shit your pants, Lynette Fromm.
Lynette Fromm?
Do you know who that is?
I'm not
So she would be later known as Squeaky Fromm.
Squeaky Fromm? I'm still not shitting, Lindsay.
Squeaky Fromm was part of the Manson family.
Now I'm shitting. Just a little. Nobody makes me poop.
Now he was just friends with her in high school, and then Squeaky went on to do squeaky things. But
okay.
So then he attended Santa Monica City College for a while, and he made some friends, and he loved to surf and sail and was very adventurous. He was really amazing at doing impressions, and that will be the talent that would later make him super famous.
Superstar.
Yes. But at this time, he was just living. Now, his friend, I think his name was Wink. Oh, my God. Give me just a second. I got to look up Wink's last name because he's very important. So it's Wink Roberts.
Wink Roberts.
Yes. And Wink remembered an instance where they were at one of those cool hot springs around Mammoth Mountain. And the steam was so thick that you really couldn't see anyone. But there was like 100 people in the spring. Okay. So it was dark. It was hot. It was steamy. And
are you sure we're doing this kind of podcast right now?
Well, no. Okay. So it's going to turn fun. So his friend was like, Phil, do some of your impressions, man. Because, you know, they're hippies, bruh. So he was doing like John Wayne and Sinatra and Jack Benny. And he went on for like 2 hours. So he was just like this voice in the night, in the steam, in the fog.
Echoing through the whole pool. Yeah.
And he had this whole crowd captivated. And then when he finished, his friend or Wink was like, ladies and gentlemen, that was Phil Hartman. And he's going to be very famous someday.
Called it.
And Wink fucking called it. Yeah. So in 1969, his older brother, John, is the manager of a rock band called the Rockin' Foo. I had never heard of them, but I mean, they were kind of a big deal. I mean, they were on the same circuit as like Jimi Hendrix and shit. Okay.
Holy shit.
So he asked Phil to come hang out with him and be a roadie for the band. And Phil's like, hell yeah. He drops out of school to go do this gig. And he got to meet Janis Joplin and Jimmy and even assist Jimmy's drummer on stage one time because the kick, look, I'm tapping my foot. What's it called? The kickstand for his drum wasn't working correctly. So Phil just goes up and holds this drum.
So, okay. So the pegs wasn't holding the whole drum.
Right. If something was malfunctioning,
that happened a lot. Yeah. Because like they would get loose and the whole bass drum would go sliding forward. So he's out there holding the bass drum so he can still keep playing. Okay.
Yes. I was going to say and that's why I was like vague because I knew you could fill the blanks there.
Yeah.
In 1970, he married a woman named Gretchen Lewis. And at first, everything is amazing. I mean, like Phil is deep in love. Okay. And then he starts to pull away. And this will be a pattern for him in relationships down the road. That he's very into the new. The new is his favorite part. And when that wears off, he's kind of done, you know?
Yeah, all the glamour's gone.
The honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Yeah. So he and Gretchen, they divorce in 1972. And he goes back to school around this time to study graphic arts. I think this was in Santa Monica. Oh, my God. I forgot to list the fucking college. Anyways, so he goes back to school. He studies graphic arts. And his brother, John, who had managed the Rockin' Foo, now has his own management company and is over several bands. So he hires his bro to do album covers for a lot of these bands, including America. Remember that song? I'm going to the desert on a horse with no name.
That was called America?
Yeah, that's the name of the band.
Oh, the band. Okay, that saying went through the desert.
Yeah, the band was called America.
No name.
Going through the desert in a horse with no name. I don't know. It's not rednecky, but it's like, it's they had a very weird sound.
Who's that was singing in that band, though? Wasn't it somebody else that got famous?
You want to give it a quick Google?
Yeah.
Because I did not research that. Give me just a second.
No, the guy that was the lead singer for that was somebody else, right? I'm trying to think of who the hell it was right now. Oh, there's no tomorrow. Oh, sorry. I'm going all over the place.
Okay. So their members were Jerry Beckley, Dan Peake, Dewey Bunnell, Winnie Leacox, and Richard Campbell. Nobody that you and I are familiar with.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
I could have swore that was
and
somebody
they also
else.
did that other song, Ventura Highway. That is the name of that song. No, Horse with No Name.
A Horse with No Name.
And then Ventura Highway, I think I know that song. That sounds familiar. And then Tin Man. I know those.
I don't know why I'm thinking that's somebody else. Anyhow.
Anywho. So he also did album covers for Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Phil was very talented. But he really wanted to be a performer of some sort. He really didn't know how or really what he wanted to do. Like, he knew he was good. He didn't know what to do entertainment-wise.
Yeah, he wanted to entertain, but he was like, what do I really want to do as an entertainer? Yeah.
Exactly. So he was single now, and he goes on the dating game show. And I didn't realize this, but so many people that were trying to make it in LA, they would go on the dating game show. Like, this was like a rite of passage almost. Like, Steve Martin went on there and everything.
No. It's Hollywood 101. So you're getting actual film footage that's publicized and professional. And now you've added that to your portfolio. Now you can show up with something for free. I've been taught this because I went through the whole thing with Silas about that.
True. Yeah.
You do the free stuff and join and do all the free stuff that you can. And they're building your portfolio for you and you don't have to pay for it. Yeah.
Well, there was even a psycho killer that went on that game, but we're going to talk about him later.
Did we already? Or
we haven't yet.
We haven't yet.
No, but I made you watch the movie, but I'm going to wait until you forget about it. So before I talk about him.
Yeah, season 4. Season 4, we'll hit that one.
And Phil was he won that episode that he was on.
Oh.
But he was stood up. Poor Phil. Yeah.
They took the money and ran. Do they just give them?
Date.
They give them both money? Or
I really am not sure how it goes. I mean, you and I watched the movie.
Yeah.
About the psycho killer that was on there. And you actually are supposed to go on the dates, I think, before you can. I don't know how it works. But yeah.
Anyhow, he's got his free publicity. Anyhow,
I mean, your date is paid for by the studio, right. I do believe. Yeah. But I'm glad that girl got out of that. But like I said, we're going to talk about that way on down the road. I got to wait for Jesse to forget it.
I remember that one. I don't want to. Yeah. I thought we actually talked about it on here. Shit.
No, not yet. No. Oh. So in 1975, there was an improv group starting up called the Groundlings. Do you know what the Groundlings are, Jesse?
No.
Oh my God. This man has no clue when it comes to comedy. I am a complete nerd.
The Groundlings? Okay. Sound like some shit in some Harry Potter shit or something.
The Groundlings would become the start of many comedians' careers like Paul Rubens, John Lovitz, Conan O'Brien, Lisa Kudrow, Maya Rudolph, Will Ferrell, Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, and that's just to name a few. That's just, yeah.
So it's like behind the scenes production company. Group. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And there were several throughout the country, but this one was like.
That's the number one, right? Yeah.
I wouldn't say the number one, but they were number one for most of the comedians that I like. Right. I'm just going to say that.
The OGs of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I'm not sure if they started there or not, but we'll get into that later. Okay. So I got a story to tell.
You got much.
Okay. So Phil was there in the beginning. And he went in as just part of the audience. And they asked an audience member to come up and be a part of the show. And Phil is chosen and does his amazing impressions and captivates the crowd once again. And then he is asked to join the troupe. Now, one of his more famous characters was Chick Hazard, private investigator. And it was genius. Later on, I'm taking Jesse down a whole Phil Hartman road because
I'm ready.
He's very clueless right now. But oh my God.
Let's go right now.
I love Phil Hartman.
Let's just end this and go.
Now, while he was in the Groundlings, so was, like I said, Paul Rubens. And you know who Paul Rubens is, right? Pee Wee Herman.
Yes.
Who later went on to star in his own show, Pee Wee's Playhouse. And Phil would be Captain Carl. Do you remember Captain Carl?
Yeah.
Now, I think, I don't know if he was actually part of the show we watched on Saturday morning, but I do know that he was part of the Groundlings improv group, Captain Carl. I can't remember 100%. It's been a long time. It was the 80s. Okay. He also co-wrote with Paul Rubens Pee Wee's Big Adventure, which is a movie that you and I love very much.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And yes. Did the guy that played La Bamba or some shit was in Pee Wee's Playhouse?
Jesse, Are you talking about the Richie Valens? Or are you talking about the actor that played Richie Valens?
Richie Valens.
Hold on. Do you want me to give that a goog too?
Yeah, well, you got me scattered. I'm over here. I'm doing my Jacqueline Onassis Daniels over here. And
Jacqueline Onassis Daniels.
Yeah,
okay.
I should wear a pair of dark sunglasses.
Okay, what did you say he was in?
Okay, in Pee-wee's Playhouse, the guy that played La Bamba. What was his name? Why don't we remember his name?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me look up La Bamba. Yes. I believe it was what's his name? Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Now, what did you think that he played?
In Pee-wee's Playhouse, he was the cowboy guy, right?
Lou Diamond Phillips is like our age, Jesse.
Yeah.
We were watching. Okay,
watch it. Yeah, you can look it up, Diamond.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Oh no, he's 64.
Oh, but
okay, so
I think I have one of those. Hang on, I do.
Hold on, I'm looking.
So
I'm just gonna look up Pee-wee's Playhouse
cast. I swear, dude, it was something like that. Is my brain not brain?
No, his name was Hold on. Give me a second. No, it was Oh my God, I'm about to jump around and do cartwheels and fucking handstands. It was Lawrence Fishburne, fucking The Matrix.
The Matrix. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. There it is now. Whoa. I'm way off, but I'm way cool. Either way. Holy.
How did we get that wrong? Lawrence fucking Fishburne, man. Yeah.
That's who that was. Never mind. Why is my mind just so twisted like this, dude?
Because we've went through a lot, Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
We have went through a lot.
Morpheus.
In fact, yes, Morpheus. So in fact, I saved this little meme earlier.
We are sorry, everyone. If you hate this, skip past it. But still, we have to have usness. This is our usness time. Damn, dude, really that's quick. A cool convo right there, though.
Really quick. So for millennials, the fact that in one lifetime, I recorded music onto a cassette, burned music onto a CD, clicked and dragged it onto an MP3 player, and streamed it from a smartphone is crazy. Because that's us.
Yes.
We've done it all.
But Gen X took that shit from the 8-track all the way
I was about to
here.
say, Gen X started it. We're elder millennials. We're on the cusp. It's whatever. So anywho, Phil's love life, like I said, was pretty crazy because he only really liked that new, you know. Now he dated every woman at least once that came through the Groundlings. Actually, it was like only once. Like he really never took a second date. But then in 1982, the year of my birth, he meets Lisa Strain, and it started out very intense, true to Phil Hartman style, and they marry, and then Phil starts to pull away again. And because he would never really fully let anyone in. And even though he's a comedic genius, he was actually quite reclusive when off stage or off camera. That was just his stage character.
Yeah, his only way to be an extrovert is to have comedic
performance
projection. Yes. Yeah.
Now, Phil, he starts to get more roles in commercials and movies, and he's even in Cheech and Chong's next movie.
Oh.
That's the movie that we couldn't think of. We talked about Cheech and Chong a few episodes back, the movies that we liked, and that was
Never
the one.
mentioned that one, couldn't bring it up. Yeah.
That's the one that I like.
One too many talks over the line. Yeah.
So he's married to Lisa, and he tells her that she's a little too clingy, that she needed to have her own life and friends. And they go to Santa Barbara for their first anniversary. And she gets this sexy lingerie, and Phil rejects her.
No.
Yeah.
Year one.
Yeah. Year one.
Oh, done.
Come on, Phil. What's wrong with you, bud? So after, I think it was a total of 3 years. I'm not sure if they spent all those 3 years together, but the marriage status was 3 years. Then they went their separate ways. But they did remain friends for forever.
I don't know if I would, dude, on my honeymoon. I'd be like, dude, I done dressed all up for nothing.
I know.
Dude, what am I going to do with this?
Well, we weren't there. We don't know the dynamic, but they remain friends. And then a couple of years later, he meets Bryn Omdell, whose birth given name, her government name was Vicky Joe. But she changed it to Bryn. That's weird because it sounds nothing like Vicky Joe, but whatever.
Yeah, creative. I guess.
So Bryn was the tall, blonde model type who had come to Hollywood looking to become famous, but it hadn't really worked out for her yet. She was 10 years younger than Phil, but saw that he was going places and she wanted to go there with him. Sort of, kind of like,
I'm going to ride the coattails.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's speculated that Phil had maybe been initially attracted to Bryn because she had previously dated Rob Reiner, who we recently lost.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Now, we're going to cover that story in the future as we get all the information for that. But, I mean, at that time and for up until he passed away, Rob Reiner was a big deal.
Yeah.
And Bryn had dated him. So Phil was in, and like his previous patterns, he fell head over heels in love right off the rip. Now, Bryn, she loved to party. And this was the 80s. So when I say she loved to party, she loved, can you guess it?
Cocaine.
Good job.
We like to party. We like to party.
Now, Phil, he liked weed occasionally, but that was it. He was a hippie soul. And in fact, when they met, she had just come out of rehab. And also around this time, Phil is asked to audition for Saturday Night Live.
The big move.
Now, listen, when I tell y'all I am one of the biggest Saturday Night Live nerds of all time, I'm not lying to you. Like, I have spent hours watching that show. Now, my cast, okay, so they say statistically, because SNL has been around that long that there are statistics. They say statistically, your cast that you really fall in love with is the one that you watch when you're in your teen years. And that is 100% true with me. But when Netflix started streaming and I could watch every episode all the way back to the beginning in 1975, that's all I watched for like a year.
The old school, gold school.
Yes.
And I loved all that stuff too.
Yes.
I love, I can't differentiate. I mean, we love the Adam Sandler years and the, all those,
so
amazing times.
My cast was Will Ferrell, Sherry O'Terry, Jimmy Fallon, Horatio Sands. That's like off the top of my dome right now as a person who's quite buzzed because this is Drink About Something. Right. But like that cast, Molly Shannon, you know what I mean? But
so the next just past Adam
Sandler's because they went through some trauma. They all got let go, like that whole cast because they had bad ratings. But
but that was
I know. But Phil had already turned down an opportunity once before, but he wasn't going to do that again. And this was in the show's 12th season. And this is also what made me feel old this week because this was in the late 80s and SNL was only in their 12th season and they just celebrated their what?
50th.
Yeah.
50. I've done did 50.
Now, also in this cast was John Lovitz, who we fucking love. Yes. Dana Carvey, who we fucking love.
Okay.
Lorraine Newman, who I'm sure you're not familiar with, but I am. And this cast had to do the damn thing because SNL was in danger of being canceled. They were actually there was headlines calling it Saturday Night Dead.
What?
At this time. Yeah, it was in danger of being completely canceled. So this cast,
I can imagine,
that Phil Hartman was now a part of, had to step up the fucking game. But like I said, we all know that it wasn't, part in thanks to Phil Hartman, and his characters on the show would include Eugene, the anal retentive chef. And guys, look up every skit that you can find of anal retentive chef, especially if you're Jesse and I's age, in your 40s or even a little younger, even a little older. Y'all will know because this shit was gold. It was golden. Like he's trying to organize his shit. Like he's like, do I want it alphabetical or do I want it by color? Like it was crazy. And I watched one skit where he did with John Goodman, where John Goodman was kind of impersonating the Cajun chef that you and I grew up watching on PBS. No, not the Swedish chef.
Not
The Cajun guy. I guarantee it. You know, that guy. Yeah. It's great. Just look it up right now. So then he was the unfrozen caveman lawyer. And a lot of his impressions would include, like I said before, Frank Sinatra. Then he would have Ronald Reagan, Ed McMahon, Barbara Bush, Charlton Heston, Kelsey Grammer, Michael Caine, Phil Donahue, Kirk Douglas, Johnny Cash, Jim Baker, and Bill Clinton. He even played Jesus on a few sketches, and those are amazing. I watched one where he played Jesus and Sally Field. This was when she was, I think it was like right post like Steel Magnolias.
You got me geeking right now.
I know. So he's playing Jesus and Sally Field is playing the woman that prays too much.
Okay.
And Jesus appears and he's like, do you really have to pray that like the water won't boil too hard, that your rice won't burn to the bottom? Oh my God, it's great. I'm going to show it to you later because Sally Field's acting is like impeccable in this skit. And then Phil Hartman's just like this. Jesus is like, do you really have to pray? You know, it's really funny. And then she starts breaking down crying and he's like, never mind. Let's just forget this ever happened. And she's like, how am I going to forget this ever happened? And it's great. It's great. So he was so important to this cast that later Adam Sandler or either Jan Hooks, I've heard both because Jan Hooks was on the cast with him. They would start calling him the glue. And actually, Chris Farley is also seen like on video. They called him the glue.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. And everybody would agree. And that would become his nickname. Now, Phil would also be a writer for the show as well and won awards for both. Like he won Emmys for his skits. He won Emmys for the writing. He was doing it all. Phil was the tits. I mean, look at me. Look at my face because I'm getting to talk about something.
I'm just over here trying to figure out how we're going to twist a true crime into this. What? No, this is going to be devastating for me. You have built a whole beautiful ass painting with all the pretty little pictures and all the pretty little clouds and the happy little rainbows.
Well, I'm trying to keep it happy and sweet as long as I can.
Oh, fuck, Lindsay.
Okay, so Phil married Bryn in 1987, and they would have 2 kids who do maintain a private life. So if you want to look up their names, you can. I'm going to keep it just, they had 1 boy and they had 1 girl, okay? And their relationship had already been rocky before they met, or before they married, excuse me. And most of Phil's friends weren't thrilled when they found out that he was going to propose. Even Elvira, who he had been in the Groundlings with. And she was just like, don't do it, Phil. Just don't do it. Elvira.
I know. My heart's on fire. Yeah.
Was in the Groundlings. Yeah.
I mean, there's no giddy up a boppa mau mau about it.
No, but he did. And they have the children and he loves being a father. But it seems he is always trying to get away from Bryn. So they're like bi-coastal for a while because their main home is in LA.
Yeah, he's doing,
he's doing SNL.
Yeah.
And she was always coming to the SNL set and just always hanging around, which wasn't really conventional. It was kind of unorthodox. Like nobody else's spouses really did that. But no one really kicked her out. And she would become very emotionally and physically abusive to Phil. She was, like I said, she was trying really hard to ride on his coattails to fame. And it seemed like she was just like kind of like a brat, like pitching a fit because she couldn't be famous, but her husband was, you know. That's just how I see this woman. Very
didn't have the talent, but thought she had the talent. Yeah. I
mean, he did try to get her roles, but was unsuccessful because I just don't think she was that good. Now, even I didn't write this in my script, but I'm going off the dome here. So, you know how in Saturday Night Live, when they do the opening credits of all the cast members, and they all have their little spot that they videotape in the city. Well, Phil's is at a diner, and Bryn's face is this way. She was trying so hard to show her own face. And the director's like, no. So he's like, just look at Phil and act like you're talking to Phil. Because Phil's over here. He's going to show his face. He's like, I'm Phil Hartman. And so what she had just flipped her face. So in the opening sequence to SNL, when it gets to Phil Hartman.
Yeah, Phil Hartman.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. You see her earring dangling because she had literally
flipped her head that way.
But that's her in the opening.
She was gassed up too much. Everybody kept saying she was probably beautiful.
She's like, I'm beautiful and I'm tall and I'm blonde and heads to
I'm
me.
Gonna be on here with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she was always struggling with addiction to alcohol, cocaine, and narcotics. He would even have to take the kids out of the house sometimes because she would go into drug-fueled rages. But he would never divorce her. And I honestly think because his two previous marriages had failed, and he probably looked inside himself and he's like, you know what, maybe I'm the problem.
Yeah.
And he's like, so I'm going to make this work.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he was encouraged by many to leave her, but he wouldn't do it. So he would buy boats and toys and gadgets and even a plane. And he loved to go to Catalina Island. Oh. And that was his favorite place to go sailing. And I saw videos and it is gorgeous. But do you remember? We talked about Catalina Island in a previous episode.
Yeah, me and you had a wine mixer there one time on this podcast. Yeah. It wasn't really a good one. No.
That was where Natalie Wood died.
Yeah, they had them a wine mixer and she just got dumped off the side of that son of a bitch. Check that podcast out.
Go back. That was a Thanksgiving episode. Oh, go back and check that one out.
Quit bringing back stuff that I actually do remember.
Sorry, Christopher Walken's part of that and Robert Wagner. So go back.
Oh.
Now he would go there so much with his friend Britt that Bryn was convinced he was gay with Britt, and they were having an affair. But they weren't. They were just getting away from her. That's how toxic she was.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, Phil gains even more fame. When did Bill Clinton get voted in? So 93-ish?
I think
94?
So. I think so.
So when he became president, Phil did an impeccable, the best impression of him. And Phil is all over the late night shows for interviews, and he becomes even more popular, which Bryn hated. Now, after he graduates from SNL, and his farewell is Jesse, so amazing. They did the whole Sound of Music type skit with the so long, farewell, Avita, saying goodbye. Yes.
That's hot. You don't want to watch this so bad.
Yes. He graduates from SNL, and NBC is going to give him his own show. I think it was either the Phil show or the Phil Hartman show, just something, basic like that. But it never really took off. And that pissed Bryn off even more because she had really wanted to be part of that show.
Yeah, she thought she could for sure get her foot. For sure
be in that. Yeah.
The Rockefeller Center. Yeah.
So the trouble at home continues. But then he goes on to voice Lionel Hutz and Troy McClure on The Simpsons. Do you remember those characters?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Lionel. Yeah, Lionel.
And he plays in House Guest, Sergeant Bilko, Jingle All the Way, and Small Soldiers. But Jesse, my absolute favorite role that Phil Hartman played of all time was Bill McNeil on NewsRadio.
Really?
Yes. So this was a show about a radio show.
So, Lindsay, you mean almost like WARP in Cincinnati?
I think it was WKRP.
Oh, so, I haven't said that little jingle in 30 years. Fuck.
I know. Hold on. I'm popping up in a new drink.
Do it.
To finish this out.
Do that at WKRP right there, Lindsay.
So, Phil Hartman's character in this show, like I said, was Bill McNeil. And his segment on the show was called The Real Deal with Bill McNeil. And it had a little jingle behind it. I don't know if I can sing it. The Real Deal with Bill McNeil. I don't know. You'll have to just Google it. Okay. I loved this show so fucking much. You guys have no idea. It had Andy Dick, Dave Foley, Vicki Lewis, Joe Rogan.
This is going to take me a month to catch up on all this fucking shit you're talking about here.
It's crazy because Jesse grew up with cable. I did not, but I know more about everything cinematic and Hollywood than he does.
I didn't get that old stuff until like we got together. I don't know. I just don't remember any of that.
I think it was because TV and movies were my solace other than books. Like if I wasn't reading, I was watching a program.
Yeah.
And even if I had to hold the bunny ears with my own hands to watch a show.
Just to make it happen.
Oh, I did. Absolutely. Because my home life sucks. I mean, I was the only child of conservative Christian parents who all they did was pray and read the Bible. That was my getaway.
Yeah,
you know
I was
what
out playing in the woods and you were out talking to cows.
I was talking to cows. Yes, I was talking to cows as well.
Okay.
Or watching TV.
Or a book.
Or a book. I mean, but I was left at home a lot because like during holidays and stuff, that's just where I hung out at the house. So I was at our boys' age, I was watching soap opera. Shit I shouldn't have been watching. Okay, we'll just say that.
But you were watching that with your granny sometimes. Let's watch our stories.
Yes, I did watch the stories with granny. But I also remember in daycare, like when everybody was supposed to be napping, they were watching Young and Restless and shit. And I didn't nap because ADHDers do not nap when they're children at all.
Wait, something's going on.
Now.
There's motion for me. Slow motion for me.
I nap now, but I did not nap back then. Like, what is a nap? And I would be watching the stories right along with them. Okay. So anyways, he's on News Radio. Bryn doesn't get to be a part of it. So things at home continue to be very tumultuous. I can't say it. I'm too drunk to say this word.
Tumultuous?
Tumultuous. There we go. I said it. Tumultuous. And Bryn is still abusive, battling addiction. She goes to rehab a couple of more times, but she never stays. Now, Joe Rogan even says that he tried to convince Phil to divorce Bryn at least 5 times.
Yeah, she's turned rehab into rebound.
Really, literally.
She's
like she would go for a couple of days.
That way this shit hits harder when I come back.
But Phil would always say that he was staying for the kids. Now, everything comes to a head the night of May 27th, 1998. I get to take a deep breath because I've had so much fun talking about Phil Hartman.
No, yeah, like this roller coaster's been fucking fired, dude. Now you're fixing to fire the roller coaster. Fuck. Let me turn this way because, I mean, really,
go to Robert.
I've really had a great time here on this podcast, and now Lindsay's going to destroy it right here and now. There's no tomorrow.
So Bryn went out with her friend Christine Zander to an Italian restaurant called Buca di Beppo in Encino, which I said was their main home. That's where their main house was.
I used to go that. That was a chain thing, dude. I used to love going there.
Where is it at? Around here?
They had one in...
This was in Encino, California. We weren't there.
Near Jacksonville. I used to go there all the time.
Really?
Yes.
Was it good shit?
Yeah, because they when you go in, you go through their kitchen, and they have like the kitchen table there. And you can actually sit there.
Was it like a fancy kitchen? I want to work in one of those just for like a week.
Very, very streamlined, full on Italian.
Chef. Yes, chef.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And they had the best bruschetta there. Oh, man, it was so good.
I love bruschetta.
Oh, memories. Sorry.
So they also, like I said earlier, they had a place in New York during the SNL years, but Encino was home. So the ladies go out and have some drinks and cocaine. Now, I don't know if Christine used, but Bryn definitely did. And Bryn was also prescribed Zoloft. And so she had quite the cocktail in her system. Now, after she leaves Christine, Bryn goes to her friend Ron Douglas's house, who she used to date. And I have a real big problem with this because remember when I said Phil divorced Lisa, they remained friends? Well, after Bryn and Phil's boy was born, Lisa sent them a congratulatory card and offered to babysit anytime, yada, yada. Aunt Lisa's here for you, blah, blah, blah. Well, Bryn writes her back this horrible, life-threatening letter and says to stay away from her family. And here she was at her ex's house. Double standard much?
Yeah.
Bitch?
Yeah.
So she's at Ron's and he can clearly see that she is fucked up. And he just really wanted to go to bed. But he let her sit there and ramble on about Phil and how Phil does this and Phil doesn't do that and blah, blah, blah. And then she finally leaves. She goes home to Phil and fights with him for a while. And he just goes to bed. That's how he handled the fights. After, he let her go on for probably an insane amount of time, he would just go to bed, go to sleep, sleep it off.
You can't win, so let me just remove myself, right?
So sometime after 3 a.m., she returned to Ron's house, high as a kite, and says to him, "I've just killed Phil, and I don't know why." Now she's like screaming at the top of her lungs. Now, Ron didn't believe her until she dropped her purse and a 38 fell out.
Holy shit.
So now Ron is like, oh my God. And they drive back to the house where Ron can see a bullet hole between Phil's eyes.
You just fucking killed an icon.
And she had also shot him in the throat and in the chest.
No, not more.
I know. I'm going to cry.
I don't want no more, man. That's what I'm saying. We just lost.
And I mean, like Phil, I wish you got to know Phil the way that I did. Because I was, like I said, I'm such a comedic nerd. Like you are a Star Wars nerd. I'm a comedic nerd. I'm a little later in life to the Star Wars nerddom. But I've been a comedic nerd for a very long time.
To everybody that's 10 years older than you are right now,
yes,
this is huge.
This was fucking heartbreaking.
Gigantic icon.
I mean, I would even say 5 to 10 years older than me because NewsRadio, like I was listening to a person cover this years ago who was born in 86 and they loved NewsRadio. They watched it with their mom. You know what I mean? So it's NewsRadio, even if you didn't catch him on SNL. NewsRadio, Beale McNeil was the fucking GOAT. Like
the deal.
He was the real deal. Yes. Okay, so let me get there. Ooh, okay. Now, Ron immediately called 911 and then Bryn locked herself in the room with Phil. Now, by the way, their kids have been in the house the whole time.
No.
Yes. As far as I have researched, neither one of them witnessed anything, but they sensed the drama. Like the little girl was found hiding under a table. You know when something's awry in your house, no matter what age you are. So I'm not sure their exact ages at this time. They were both under 10.
Yeah, but they heard yelling for an hour before all that happened.
They had to hear 3 fucking gunshots.
And then they heard 3 shots.
And their mom left. Like she's left twice now. Yeah. So the LAPD arrive and they get Ron and the kids out of the house. And not long after, there was another gunshot.
Oh, shit.
The police break into the room and find Bryn slumped over Phil. She had shot herself. Now, after finding out everything that was in Bryn's system at the time that all this went down, her brother filed a wrongful death suit against Pfizer for the Zoloft. Now, it was settled out of court, but how could they be blamed? They didn't make her snort cocaine and drink the alcohol. And she was just a vile person to begin with.
I wouldn't have gave her shit. She's been in rehab more times than I've been to Taco Bell.
Zoloft is... I did not Google it. I'm so sorry, guys. And I'm not going to Google again while we're on this episode because I've already went there like 5 times. But I believe it's an antidepressant. Is that right?
Yeah, Zoloft, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mixing all that, like I'm sure there was a warning label on this prescription that says...
Do not take cocaine with this shit because it's going to make you feel uppity and happy. And you're not wanting to kill your fucking husband and yourself. So don't take cocaine with this because it will fucking happen. Oh, by the way... Shots. I'm gonna take a drink.
Oh my God, Jesse, that was very fucking brutal. But I'm sure it said do not mix with alcohol, and do not mix with cocaine is just like the unspoken rule. Okay, like don't do it. So anyways, John Lovitz, this was Phil's, they were best friends. Okay. Like Paul Reubens and John Lovitz were Phil's
homies.
Yeah. Like he had Wink and he had Britt, but Hollywood actor friends, it was John and it was Paul. But John would go on to blame Andy Dick. And I think he still does to this day because Andy had sold cocaine to Bryn at a Christmas party for NewsRadio cast, not knowing that she had a problem. And apparently this sale that Andy made her caused her to relapse. And like I said, they were best friends. And I think John blaming Andy was just how he deals with the grief.
Yeah, but where she was, she probably could have got that shit 5 foot away from
anywhere.
Andy, you know?
I mean,
from
it was
somebody
fucking
else.
L.A.
Yeah.
LA.
Oh, you don't have it, Andy? Okay, let me walk 3 steps and I'll get it from this guy.
Now, Andy is problematic and has been for a very long time, but you can't blame him for Bryn's actions.
No, I mean, shouldn't have been a drug dealer still, but I mean.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Now, Phil and Bryn's children were raised by Bryn's sister and brother-in-law and have been reported to have very good lives, to be thriving. On NewsRadio. And I remember this episode like it was yesterday. They had an episode where Bill McNeil dies from heart attack. And this episode actually aired on what would have been Phil's 50th birthday.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Now, John Lovitz, he would join the show for its last season. And of course, SNL had a tribute episode commemorating all of his amazing characters and impressions because Phil Hartman was the tits. And I need everybody right now, your assignment, your homework, go to YouTube and look everything Phil Hartman up that you can. I promise you it will make your day. Everything, especially anal retentive chef. But he even played, I forgot to even write this down. So you remember Sam Walton, the guy that like fucking invented Walmart?
Okay.
He would do a Sam Walton impression too.
Yeah. So I need to get my little SNL panties on so I can watch all of this stuff.
Oh, God. And so on the episode where, like I said, they did the whole so long, farewell, Avitas, and good night. The last part where it says goodbye, it's Chris Farley curled up to him, who we lost literally a year later.
Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm just trying to be like a little hard on this because I'm not putting it all together in my mind, but I guarantee when we watch this shit, I want to be a puddle of goo, dude.
I know. And then when Gilda passed away years later, I know you don't know who that is, but some of our listeners may. They did like a video of her and Phil dancing together. Oh God, I sobbed my fucking eyes out. Because like I said, y'all, I am an SNL fucking dork nerd.
And I know when we rewatch all this stuff here this weekend, I'm going to take Robert Plant with me. Yeah, bud. He's coming with me.
Like, I love Phil Hartman's voice. It was just so, I can't do it. I'm really good at impressions, but I can't mimic his voice ever. It's just one of those things you have to witness for yourself.
We want to hear it, Lindsay, right now. We want to hear it. We want to hear your impersonation right now.
I literally can't do Phil Hartman. I can't.
We're not going any further. I'm just trying to pressure you and make you feel uncomfortable.
I can't do Phil Hartman. So all of our listeners, go to, after this episode is over completely, go to YouTube or on your TV, on your phone, wherever you want to watch, and just look up all of Phil Hartman's stuff. Like, you'll love it so much. I promise.
Check out an icon. But Lindsay, I know this is going to be bad watching it all with you, but anyhow, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much.
That applause is dedicated to Phil Hartman. Because you are greatly missed by me. And I'm sure millions, if not a billion, other people because he was an icon.
And big shout out to Chris.
Yes.
Farley.
Fucking Chris. Yep.
And yeah, cocaine is bad. It's a hell of a drug.
It is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
And do not mix it with Zoloft and alcohol.
Rick
for
James
God's
made it
sake.
out. Rick James said, fuck your couch.
Oh, and rest in peace, Charlie Murphy, who gave us...
Fucking A.
Okay, so we got to watch Chappelle's show, too.
Okay. We're going to be all over the
Charlie
place.
Murphy stories and Phil Hartman.
Oh. Yes, we all need hee-hee, ha-ha, kikis, and chuckles and all that stuff. But I want to play a band, Lindsay.
Yes. Please cleanse my palate.
I am very much so allowed to play a band, and I want to bestow upon all of our listeners and Lindsay, because she hasn't heard this shit yet. So it's DJ Roller, okay? He's a world famous
DJ Roller.
Yeah, world famous.
DJ?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this.
And I don't even want to talk about what he actually does, but I found him on TikTok, okay? So we're going to check this stuff out. This song is called Run, Little Rabbit, Run. Strap your fucking dancing shoes on. What do you think about that?
Oh my God. So number one, I just got up and did a whole little jig as a stretch because we've been sitting for a minute. But I don't know why. But I just picture fucking Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam.
And they getting after it.
Or was it Elmer Fudd? Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd is getting after it, dude. Wide open, play it in fast forward.
So I have went ahead and did my admin work as well. I followed them on Spotify and they are on Instagram. So the handle is DJS Mandolin on Instagram.
Yeah, DJ's Mandolin. Yep.
Yeah, DJ's Mandolin. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And they're from Richmond, Virginia.
Dude, that shit hits so close to home for me. I grew up in Appalachia and love all of that. It's DNA.
Bluegrassy as fuck.
Love it. Dude is just world renowned, like, for playing them fucking that little ass fucking thing. That little mandolin dude is rocking it, dude.
I mean, they're a group of musicians, like fucking straight up. I mean, great. Yes. Run, rabbit, run, bitch.
Oh, and the huge contrast of the musicians that he's played with, it'll blow your mind. So check out all the stuff that he's done. If you want to get a little jig on, play some DJ Roller.
I was jigging,
dude.
Jigging.
I mean,
I had to stand up.
I wanted to throw down some sawdust on this son of a bitch, dude. It was so good. Thank you so much for, I mean, it probably has hundreds of songs, I'm sure. And this was like a cover song. So like this song goes back. You know, so a lot of bluegrass players play this song and they all share and play a lot of songs and they have originals or whatever. Iconic song right here. Iconic bluegrass song. Iconic. This is almost like Rocky Top almost. I mean, it's one of them really, sure enough, deep-seated songs.
Loved it so much. Great job.
So thank you so much. And thank you, Lindsay. And thank you, everybody. And man, I just hate that we lose icons sometimes, you know? Senseless
fucking cocaine, Zoloft, alcohol fueled murder. She was just fucking a hater. Yeah. Bryn was a fucking hater.
Some garbage ass
on her
shit.
own husband.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't need to latch on to your decisions of staying with because he was trying to run Little Rabbit Run and she got the gun.
Phil had his relationship issues. We're not going to deny that, but he didn't deserve any of what he got from Bryn.
No, he was boosting her up the whole time, trying to keep her fucking mellow jello, dude.
I mean, it's like he used to just boast about her so much too, being like, look at this beautiful woman next to me.
Yeah, my 10-year younger arm candy. And he's just over there just living it up. And she couldn't hear no different. She just thought she was God's gift to entertainment and she didn't have the talent. So I could get it. Just do not feed into that. Bust the bubble. Sometimes people need to know the word no. Yeah. And that's what it boils down to. So if anybody likes our little story over here and all of our banter and all of our bullshitting and, you know, the music and the music and the cocktails and whatever else we do, check us out. Lindsay's going to tell you some things.
All right. So our main website is drinkaboutsomething.site. And on Instagram, we are drinkaboutsomething. If you want to send us an email, we are drinkaboutsomethingpod@gmail.com. If you want to check out our lives that we do once a week, this week we're going to be on Friday. So you just have to follow me to see when we're going to be live. So that's Drink About Something Pod _Lindsay. And Jesse, where are we on YouTube?
Just check out Jensey, JENDSEY, and you can see us traveling and doing our own little thing. And we do the lives and goof boot all the day long.
Yeah, we're pretty adventurous for, you know, small town hick Floridians.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
We deserve the bluegrass. We haven't really gotten off into the bluegrass so much until now, right?
That just reminded me. So Bryn had, I don't know if she had auditioned to be a hee-haw girl. Remember the girls that popped up in the cornfield? Remember hee-haw?
Yeehaw or hee-haw?
Yeehaw. It was yeehaw. Yes.
Yeah.
God, I love that fucking show, man.
With the barn and
Roy Clark and his fucking banjo. God damn it,
and
Roy
Minnie
Clark.
Pearl with all of her tags still hanging off.
That was the highlight of my week in my youth. Was yeehaw, man.
Yeah. Loved it. And
yeehaw and Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
You know what I found out for next season? We may be hooking up with a record label that has some music. That would be cool.
That would be
we did some stuff
fun.
with Curtain Call when we first started up and supported them. And so you can go back in our first season and check out Curtain Call Records. And I might be hooking up with a record label for season 3. So that'll be fun. And I might even be having maybe a folk singer actually on our podcast here in a little while. Yeah, have him call in and talk about how they hooked up and did their little folk music. And it's really cool. Like, I love, a lot of rock and rollers and stuff. They all will play all the heavy music. And then you got people like Tom Morello that rocked the stage for so many years. And he's like, you know what the real heavy shit is? Folk music. And I'm like, what? And then in the interview that I watched, I didn't actually talk to him.
Folk music is metal as fuck.
Folk music is metal as fuck because it's so deep, and it just all portrays out of a person and a guitar. And it's just so deep, raw, stripped down, just fucking, it's really in your face. I don't know why. The older that you get, though, the more that style of music can hit home. Mm-hmm. So that'll be fun. Anyhow, Lindsay, I want to get the hell out of here. We're going to watch some SNL and we're going to hang out. I hope you guys have a great Friday. The best. And all the greats. And we'll see you guys on the next one. We love you. Bye.